Hello, everybody. How are you? Welcome. I haven't done these in a long time, and I'm going to share this over on YouTube as well. For those of you who don't know, I'm Tia Sletta if you don't know me. And I used to do these makeup lives on Facebook all the time, sharing my new love of makeup and just tips and tricks and just playing around with makeup for a mature woman. So I'm 57 years old. I'll be 58 in a couple of months. And I'm trying to decide if I let my hair grow out or not. So headbands are the key right now because of I don't know if that stopped it or not, but I had this pop-up thing that came on. So all the products I use are from Younique most of the time. I'm going to start branching out to some other things. Yes, I will put a link below for everything that I used. And just to be fair, if you purchase anything from that link, yes, I do make some money off of it, and it will help my little small business immensely, which helps support. It's kind of a second little income that helps subsidizes everything because the ranch is struggling. It's hard. It's a hard time for everybody. So, but I get it. People are like, I'm not buying makeup online, how can I try it? But I've been using it for a long time. Honestly, I really didn't get into makeup until I was in my 50s because I didn't grow up doing it. It was just like, I'm a cowgirl. I live on a ranch. I don't wear makeup every day. But it's fun, and I miss sharing these things. So if you like this, give me a thumbs up, say hi, give me a like, whatever. If you're watching it over on YouTube, I know it's not supposed to be up and down like this, but, Facebook, it's all different. So I'm just going to do it. If you don't like it, I'm sorry. This is what I like to do. And it's just easier for me, and it's my camera setup, and I don't want to switch back and forth. So for now, but I will change it. My YouTube channel is just my name, Tia Sletta. Cowgirl Tia, I think it is. I can't remember if it's Tia Sletta. I don't remember. It's like a cowgirl's life, journey to a better life. And sharing things about makeup, about healthcare, about exercise, about getting healthier. I am on a weight loss journey, and I hate when people say I'm on a weight loss journey because it seems like you're never going to get there. And I've been saying I'm trying to lose weight now for the past 5 years, and I haven't gone. I'm down 30 pounds, and that's about it. But I have another 100 pounds to go. So it is what it is. And it's hard to know. Am I the only one? Am I the only one that does this? That's like, you study as much as you can, and there's always conflicting advice. Eat carbs, don't eat carbs. Eat carnivore, don't eat any carbs at all, unless there's trace amounts that come in meat or eggs, because eggs do like 1 or 2 grams of carbs, and meat has a little bit. And don't eat too much meat, because meat with a term called gluconeogenesis, where our bodies can make its own sugar from protein. But it's a stressful situation to do that. And so they say, there's no essential carbohydrates, which is true. But we have to have glucose in our blood for certain cells. Can't run on anything else. So our body has evolved a million years ago that if sugars were scarce, if it was a drought year, if there was plague, if not plague, but locusts eat all the plants, whatever, things like that. But we could still hunt, or we could get meat. Then we have protein, and from that protein that we eat, and from our own muscle tissue, which is the downside, we can make sugar to make the glucose that certain cells in our bodies absolutely have to survive. Because if we had 0 sugar in our system, we would die. That's just it. So sugar's not bad. Fat's not bad. You just have to learn. What I've learned, you have to learn how to eat for you and in moderation and balance. Whole foods. No junk, no crap, none of that stuff. So anyway, we're going to get in. I'm going to do a makeup look. I'm trying some new eyeshadows. And they're similar colors. I just realized when I bought them. So Younique came out. They changed their formula for their liquid eyeshadows. I'll be honest, I'm not sure I love them, but I'm going to keep trying them. I also like her stick shadows. So I'm going to do some eyeshadow too. But right now I'm going to do a primer, and then I'm going to do foundation, and then, whole shabil here. And for those of you watching on Facebook, if it doesn't say live up here anymore, it's not live. So I'm doing this live because... that's the other reason I'm doing this. And then I found a way, or it says you should be able to save your lives from Facebook onto your phone or into your computer, and then you can upload it anyplace else, because lives on Facebook anymore will only last 30 days. And I found out I do not have enough followers on Instagram to go live anymore. I tried it a couple weeks ago, and you can't. I can do reels, which the longest are like 3 minutes. So I should do some more reels. But you can't go live on Instagram unless you have 1,000 followers, which I did not know that. So yeah, you can't upload any kind of video that's very long. You can't go live. I used to be able to, but now they want people who are vastly popular. Whatever. So anyway, that's a primer. A primer, if you don't know, is going to prime your face for the makeup to go onto. And sorry if you hear my dogs barking in the background. That's what they do. Trixie wants attention. We have 2 dogs. Trixie is a Lhasa Apso, and then Sprig. Now, my husband calls them different names. Trixie is Angel Puppy, and Sprig is Pork Chop. Don't know why he calls him Pork Chop, but it's Sprig. Sprig is half Lhasa Apso because he's her son, and then we don't know who the daddy is. My vet thinks he's a Jack Russell Terrier cross, so we don't know. he's it, but he's cute. He's a cutie pie. They're both super cute, but she gets super annoyed if someone's not with her 24/7. So she knows I'm in the house, but she wants to be in there. She wants to be in there with her, and she's gonna bark. So I'm gonna use our cream foundation, and I haven't used this in a while, but I do really like it. It's super hydrating for your skin. It is phenomenal for mature skin, mature drier skin, and I have combination skin, so I'm gonna use this. This is my color. I'm pretty sure, you know, I kind of change between summer and winter, and I put it on with a kabuki brush like this, and I'm just gonna go on looking kind of light because it's got a little too much of my brush. I always forget, don't use a lot. And you just kind of stipple, which is stamping. I don't like blend right away. I did put too much on there. So I usually start around my nose because the center of my face is the most redness. And this is a full coverage foundation. So you don't need a lot. And I don't even use concealer with it because I don't need it. So I need to go up here my hairline. Now, once it's kind of pressed in, because you're wanting to press it into your skin, then I will kind of blend it out. And I go over my eyelids because I just do. I have a lot of discoloration to my eyelids. They're very dark color, which just means they have a lot of blood flow. And I go out on my ears because my ears are visible, but that pretty much matches my neck. So if you want to know the right color, you want to match your face to the rest of your body, not to your wrist, because although this matches pretty much, your wrist, the skin on your wrist is going to be different shades right up through your. Trixie, stop. Trixie. So there's that. Now I'm going to put on a cream blush as well. My dog, I love her to death. But so this is the color Peony Pink, and it's all over Color Stick. So you could use this on your eyes. You could use it on your lips as well. I'm going to use it as blush today. And it's a pretty pale pink. And I just kind of go on the apples of my cheeks and up. Okay, up into my temple. And I'm going to blend that out with this is our combination brush. I like this brush. I think they still have it. It's got an eyeshadow brush in it. It's perfect if you travel. So the end is a blusher brush, tapered blusher brush. Let me see if I can get this apart. So yeah, it's got an eyeshadow brush, and then it has a smaller, you could use this as a lip brush. I use it as a kind of a liner brush or a definer. Yeah, it's really cool stuff. It's got everything you might need. It's really nice. So I just kind of blend. Trixie, come here, Trixie. Come here, guys. She thinks I'm not in the house. Now, if you don't have brushes, you can just kind of come in here with your fingers and blend as well. It's not as easy, but it does work. Okay. I think I have more on this side than that side, so I'm going to put a little bit more on. Now, it also comes with its own blending sponge on the other end, if I can get it off. Oh, I just realized it doesn't anymore. They used to. I think they realized people were not using it. So it used to, let me see if I have an older one. On this other end, used to have blending sponge. Let me see. That's weird. Yeah. Trixie! I just realized it no longer has that. So, it used to. That's just weird. It does not have. So, I think what happened is a lot of people were not using this blending sponge. It's kind of hard, and I found it doesn't work. Trixie, come here. Trixie! Trixie! Hey, guys. All right, I'm going to put a setting powder on over the top of that. Maybe Cher coming in here, you can hear the little footsteps. This is real life people. I know a lot of people are like, oh, I can't do lives. I can't do this because my dogs would bark or my kids would run in the background or whatever. You know, it's real life. I'm sure we all have dogs, or a lot of people have dogs, and they understand. So this is our Prime and Set powder. You can also use it for a primer. I use it as a setting powder. It's awesome. I just kind of pack that in there. And it just keeps my makeup in place all day. It gives me a nice smooth finish. I just really like it. But see, I didn't use any concealer, and I don't think I needed concealer with that. Hi, sweetie. Hi, baby girl. Hi, guys. I can't pick them both up, otherwise I could show them off to you. But I will take pictures of them later and put them in the comments below, so you're there. They're in here bugging me making a video, but that's okay. So I'm going to do this eyeshadow. This is a black pencil liner, and I'm going to try this color. What is it? Champagne Bubbles is the color, and I need a mirror for this. I'm going to use my little Dollar Tree. These were awesome. They're really cute little compact mirrors. $1.25. It's a Dollar Tree. Hey, Dollar Tree has some fun stuff, guys. You know, it's funny. I love shopping there sometimes because, you know, when you just need, and maybe women know this more than men, but you need a, I don't know if it's a dopamine hit. I don't know. Because it's a feel good, you know, shopping, what is it? Retail therapy. That's what it's called. Retail therapy. Because you can go and just have fun and not break the bank, not spend a fortune, and just, you know, get some fun stuff. You know, I get nail polish. I get, you know, whatever. Yes, it's cheap. Yes, you get what you pay for sometimes. They do have a whole makeup section, and one of these days I'm going to try to do a Dollar Tree makeup look. I'll guarantee 90-some% of it is crap. I'm sorry for the language, but it is. It's just, you know, again, you get what you pay for. And yet I have found some things that are really awesome. And there's a guy I don't really follow, but he comes up in my shorts all the time, or the little reels all the time, and he's a pharmacist. And funny guy. And he comes up on there with all these Dollar Tree hacks for high-end skincare products or high-end health, like pharmaceutical health things that you can get. And some of them are, which I need to try, like a vitamin C treatment for your face, different things to get rid of dark spots, bags under your eyes. Instead of spending $50, $60, $100 on stuff, you can go on there and you can spend $3 and get two, you know, $1.25, $1.25, or somewhere now it's $1.50 for those things. So maybe $3 plus tax, and get some amazing things, he says. So I haven't tried any of them. I'm thinking I might going to, just for the heck of it, one of these days. I'm going to try to do these makeup things on Tuesdays. So Tuesday makeup tips. And they're going to be live here on Facebook, and then they're going to be over on my YouTube, which I've only done, I think, 3 videos on my YouTube channel, and then I quit because I was like, I don't know if I really want to do this. And it is about health, trying to get healthier. So these are the liquid eyeshadows. They have a little doe foot wand, just like the other liquid shadows that we've had. And I'm going to go in here, and they are very simple. Liquid shadows are super simple to put on. Like I say, if you can use a little kid's paintbrush set, you can probably put these on. I don't care for them as much as our original. And I think some of our original liquid eyeshadows, now I said this is a champagne, so it's like a shimmer. Maybe a little much for daytime. Now, you can blend it with your fingers, and I highly suggest blending it out. I kind of blend it up into my crease, so there's no harsh lines. Okay, I'll show you with the brush on the other side, but if you don't want to go buy makeup brushes, let's see how much smoother that is. Now, they set pretty quickly, so you don't have a lot of time. And they're kind of a cream to powder. And once they set, they're set all day. They're crease proof, waterproof, smudge proof, all that kind of stuff. So you do need to be pretty quick about it. And get in there. And if you're going to blend it, blend it. And again, I just blend, and I'm only using one color. I think there are 6 shades right now. There's shimmers, there's mattes. I went for the 2, I got 2 of them when they were on sale last month. They came out last month. And, let's see, I said I would show you with a brush. This brush is a little dirty, but I'm going to blend it out with a brush. Maybe not, because it's dirty. I need to clean my brushes. So I will in another episode, but I don't want to get a dark color. So just, I usually have my ring finger, my little finger, to blend up into my crease. And that, again, is just so that there's no harsh lines. So what do you think? I think it's pretty. And I'm just going to do that color. Sorry, I'm looking over here. I've got my little setup to the side over here. I got a pencil out. What did I do with that? Well, I'll show my pencil stick shadows later. They're also really cool too. They're really, really kind of cool. But I'm just going to do an eyeliner now. And I'm going to do black. These things are so smooth and creamy. I'm going to do my waterline below. And I only do the outer half. I don't fill in the whole thing, because you can do that when you're younger. And you can do anything you want. You know, if I tell you, trust me, there's no rules to makeup. Just do it. If you like it, do it. But there's no real rules. I mean, there are rules. But as you age, you want your eyes to look bright and open, okay? When you fill in the whole waterline, it like closes your eyes off and shrinks your eyes. I know it was a thing to do when you're like 16 or even to early 20s. You no longer have the eyes of a 20-year-old, okay? Or 16-year-old. Now I'm going to do what's called tight lining. And I know this sounds creepy because it used to creep me out, and I couldn't do it if I had cheap eyeliner. You have to have a really smooth eyeliner that's also waterproof, becomes smudge proof, everything else. But you're just going to go underneath. Okay, you're going to go on your lash line, below the waterline, on your upper eyelid. And this one you can go all the way across. And see, I can do it with one hand. Now, what this is going to do is it's going to make my lash line look thicker without any mascara at all yet. Okay, that's the whole point of doing eyeliner, is to actually emphasize your lashes. And same thing. Sorry, my dog barking. If that annoys you, I apologize. But I can't stop her. She knows her daddy's outside. Robert's outside. Trixie! She could hear his forerunner, Kubota. And so she's like she wants him in the house. Trixie, come here. Hey, what do you think? All right, now for some mascara. Hopefully I have some mascara here. Oh. Did I take it? Yes, I'm doing a video. There it is. I have mascara. Sorry, it's just noisy. All right, so this is our Twisted mascara. It comes with 2 wands, and I'm going to use the little wand first, and I'm going to go in there, and this kind of separates your lashes and gets every little hair coated, and it's awesome. And you can get it right in there in those little spots, those little baby hairs in the inner corner of your eyelashes, and your lower lash line without making a mess. It separates. Look how good that is so far. And that's just with the little baby wand. So, let me do both sides really quick. Yeah, so I'm going to upload this on my YouTube as well. So, getting back to the health thing and the diet and exercise and all that kind of stuff. What do you do if you feel like you need to lose weight? How do you eat? You know, I have friends that are vegans. I have friends that are vegetarians. I have friends that... I don't think I have any friend that's carnivore. Keto, low carb. I've tried everything. The sugar diet was out months ago, where everybody's eating tons and tons of Well, it wasn't supposed to be just sugar, even though everybody took it as that. And here's the thing. When people say, oh, I'm adding back carbs or eating sugar, people automatically assume you're eating junk, like cookies and candy and cake and pies and pastries. And like if somebody asked you what's high carb and what's sweets, if I said sugar diet, it's interesting. Most people don't even consider sugar a sugar diet. They're going to tell you it's pastries and cake and cookies and ice cream. And when they say they're addicted to carbs, really what they're addicted to is carbs and fat together. They're addicted to donuts. They're addicted to ice cream. They're addicted to all the things that they say that they crave when they're trying to do keto, low carb, carnivore, are not actually sugar. If you tell someone, go eat a tablespoon of table sugar, they're like, that's disgusting. No, why would I do that? Then my thing is, you're not really addicted to sugar. You're addicted to sugar and fat, because what they will say is, I crave ice cream. I crave cake. I crave cookies. All those things are super high in fat as well as being high in sugar. So really, you don't have a sweet tooth. You have a fat tooth. Now, those people are not going to also eat straight fat either. But what am I looking for? I don't know what I'm looking for. Oh, lipstick. Lipstick. I'm going to do our Splash Sugar lipstick. I can't remember what color this is. I think it is, I'm blushing. I'll have to look it up later, because I don't know if you can read that little, you can't even read that. There's a writing on there. It's so tiny, I can't read it. So I'll put it in the comments later. But it's a pink, like a berry pink color. And it is not liquid, it is a soft cream. And it goes on like this. So anyway, I tried to do keto. I kept falling off. Because I like my pasta, I like rice and stuff like that. And then, okay, now I'm going to be good. I'm going to do carnivore, which is animal products only. If you want to get really strict carnivore, it's what they call lion diet, which is just meat, ruminant meat, like cows and like beef and lamb and water and salt. And that's it. That's all you can eat. Nothing else. Or you can do Dr. Kim Barry's Proper Human Diet or his BBBE diet, which that's how they say you should start off with. BBBE is beef, butter, bacon, and eggs, and that's all you eat. But there are other people that are, it's animal-based. Carnivore should be all animal products. So all meats, all fish, all seafood, all eggs, dairy. Technically, even people say, well, honey is an animal product. It is. It's bee barf, but I love honey. Honey is really good for you. And then there's the Paul Saladino, Dr. Paul Saladino, who was carnivore and felt his health was suffering by just eating strictly meat and organ meat. And so he started adding back in carbs and he got 100% better. So I think with everything, I like that because I like fruit. I love being able to eat fruit. And, if it's an ancestral way of eating, I really think our ancestors, going back to the very first humans, ate fruit. I'm not sure vegetables, but they were hunter-gatherers. That's why it's called hunter-gatherers. Fruit is in season, it's ripe. Can you imagine our ancestors walking by a fruit tree, and if they could figure out it's not poisonous, I'm sure they would eat it, okay? If they found beehives, wild beehives with honey, they're going to eat it. It's a good source of calories. So I'm using our brow gel, and I'm still kind of learning how to use it without making myself look like a freak. And I got the really dark because my eyebrows are very dark. I'm filling in, but most of what looks like it's like no hair is because it's gray. And so, but this also keeps your eyebrows in place. So I'm going to share more on that way of eating. It's animal-based, which is mainly predominantly animal products. So meat, fish, shellfish, dairy, and eggs. And in all forms. Dairy, I hated milk when I was a kid. I love milk. I wish I could afford to buy raw milk all the time, but milk, yogurt, kefir, cottage cheese, those are my go-tos. Meat is beef over chicken. I'm like, Robert says chicken makes him sick, so we're going to stick with beef for a while. Maybe some lamb. I'm going to go to Costco and get some lamb chops and just see how I feel. And then fruit, honey, maple syrup. Yeah, and maybe some starches like sweet potatoes, because we love potatoes. And potatoes are actually super, super healthy for you, and potatoes are super satiating, and they don't raise your blood sugar too crazy bad. But I have noticed eating this way, I thought as a type 2 diabetic, I can't add sugary stuff in. But the reality is, it doesn't make my blood sugars go up. So I'll talk more about that later. But this is my makeup look for today. What do you think? I'm going to put in the comments. I didn't do anything crazy like contouring and highlighting and all that stuff. It's just very basic. So let me know if you like this. And I'll see you later. And if you're on YouTube, look me up over there. It's Tia Saletta. I don't know if maybe I'll share the link here. I don't know. I'm still kind of a chicken and I'm new at it. But I figured, why not? What the heck? What the heck? It's fun. And again, I know you're not supposed to do an up and down thing like this for YouTube. But when I do these makeup videos, I'm going to, because it's just much easier to do one and done and share it both places. So, see you later. Bye-bye.